If he hated me, I would have noticed. But he applauded, supported me, told me, "You're going far." And all this time, he was planning to prove that without him, I was nothing. This didn't happen in a day. It grew, slowly, quietly, invisibly. A year ago, I started rising. More contacts, more attention. People started inviting me directly, not through him. And that's when he became my best friend. Too best. He knew everything. Who I talk to, what I plan, who I trust, what hurts me. I thought he cared. He wasn't caring. He was building a file. The first hit was subtle. "You sometimes sound arrogant. People might misunderstand you." He said it like advice. A month later, someone else repeated, "You're kinda arrogant sometimes." Same wording, word for word. I didn't think much of it, but that was his first point of influence. Next step, isolation. He began warning me about people. "Be careful with him. That one envies you." And slowly I distanced myself, not noticing the only person left close was him. Classic strategy: cut someone off first, strike later. The final phase began quietly. Jokes about me in public. Light tone, smiling. "Careful, he's a star now. He's on another level." Everyone laughed. I did too. But the laughter repeated, and slowly it stopped sounding like a joke. A few weeks later, the story appeared. Not fake, not screenshots. A perfectly constructed narrative where I looked selfish, manipulative, ungrateful. And the worst part, the facts were real. Twisted, reframed, weaponized. Only one person knew them fully. Him. By the time I saw the pattern, it was almost too late. People didn't see a sudden scandal. They saw confirmation of the image he had been building for months. It wasn't an attack. It was architecture. When I confronted him, "Why?" he was silent. Then he said, "You forgot who helped you in the start." That's it. Not hate, not revenge. Fear of being left behind. He didn't want to destroy me. He wanted me smaller, more dependent, more controllable. But he didn't expect one thing. I removed the filter. I rebuilt connections. Privately, calmly, directly. And once the filter was gone, the distortion became visible. The last thing he said to me, "You changed." No, I just stopped being convenient. The most dangerous betrayal isn't loud. It's quiet, strategic, patient. And sometimes the person shaping your image is directing your downfall. But here's what no one saw. Every friendly advice, every casual comment, every joke in public, it was a trap. He waited for me to respond, for me to defend myself, for me to panic, for me to justify. And every time I did, I played right into his plan. He measured my reactions, calculated how others would perceive me, watched my insecurities, and when I showed them, he documented it, logged it, used it. Months passed. I started noticing patterns. The same phrases repeated, the same reactions manipulated, the same friends subtly pushed away. But the most terrifying part? He never needed to shout, never needed screenshots, never needed public confrontation, because I became his weapon unknowingly. He turned my own words, my own actions, into my undoing. And the worst? I trusted him. I called him my brother. And while I was blind to it, he was building a silent empire over me. Every interaction was a test. Every joke was a gauge. Every compliment was a layer of deception. Until one day, I saw it. Not as a shock, not as anger, but as clarity. He wasn't my friend. He wasn't just jealous. He was patient. He was surgical. He was playing the long game, and I had been the pawn. The story he carefully wrote had me at its center. That's when I decided to stop playing his game. Quietly, methodically. I rebuilt bridges. I removed him from the narrative. I refused to explain myself. I refused to justify. I refused to feed the story. Slowly, it collapsed. All his plans, all his subtle manipulations, all the false image, gone. And when I finally looked at him, I realized the truth. He wasn't trying to ruin me entirely. He just wanted to prove he could. He wanted to prove he was in control. He wanted to prove he could bend reality by controlling perception. But he didn't expect resilience. He didn't expect observation. He didn't expect me to learn, to see the architecture, to remove the filter. The most dangerous betrayal isn't a punch in the face. It's invisible, silent, calculated. And when it's done, you're left questioning everything you thought you knew, even your own friends, even yourself. And if you ever find someone close, Someone who knows too much, protects too aggressively, or constantly manipulates perception? Be careful, because sometimes the person you call a friend is the one quietly orchestrating your fall.
The scariest part, he still thinks he did nothing wrong. And maybe someone in your life is doing the same right now.